college is not for everybody.
Right.
Take a look at being an apprentice, an electrical contractor, a plumber. Look at any of the trades, because right now we need skilled labor. Welcome to another episode of Rise Up with Phoenix. We have a very special guest, friend of mine, Eric Cerasale, a technical sales manager from Bridgeport Fittings, one of our very important partners here at Phoenix Sales. Eric, welcome to Baltimore. Welcome to Phoenix.
Absolute pleasure to be with you. Thank you for having me down.
We're
certainly excited to work this week with the group.
Absolutely. It's always a pleasure. Talk to me about how you got into this business, because one of the things that I love about this industry is meeting people, getting their background, telling their story. Tell me the Eric story. How did you end up here?
Yeah, Mike, at a young age, there were two high schools on the same street. There was the public school, high school, great school, and then there was a vocational educational school. And there were some of my friends going there. I liked baseball. There was a good baseball coach there. So I said, great, you go, you take a test, you get a feel for your practical, your aptitude for the trades. And it just fell that way. And I remember having fun going through all the different trades, from machine tool to plumbing to back in the 80s, they called it electronics. We were learning about electronics.
Fixes radio.
Yeah, I mean, you were learning about circuitry and circuit boards, if I remember right. There was a printing shop, there was hairdressing and cosmetology. I mean, there was all kinds of trades. And it was kind of neat to go through the exploratory phase as a freshman. And then there was a teacher that was just a really cool guy, a mentor to a lot of the kids that took the electrical shop. And he threw out this challenge. Hey, if you guys want to be a part of the best trade in the school, you want the electrical shop, and you better listen up in these 2 weeks. You better get an A, because there's too many people that want this shop, and it's very competitive. And it just kind of snowballed from there.
Okay.
And baseball coach was an electrician, so I just saw a lot of good, influential people in my life in high school, and it just carried on from there. And even the building boom that was part of the 80s made you realize the importance of, all the different homes and the rural communities that were being built, being a part of the trades. You could make good money. My uncles were Italian, and they were working in General Motors facilities, and so they had always taught the nieces and nephews, hey, having a trade is a good thing.
Right.
And it just kind of ran from there for me.
So from that, you fall in love with the electrical industry. You fall in love, I say that. You go to college, and then you take that technical background and that field contractor experience, and you put it together with marketing.
And I've got a good friend that says sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
Sure.
And so when I started realizing manufacturing that was in Bristol, Connecticut, it was a fittings manufacturer, putting the marketing together with my practical experience, working for a manufacturer that was making electrical fittings for the electrical industry. Again, it just fell in line so nicely, and it's why I enjoy sales like I do. I take my technical activities, creating product awareness, and I kind of merge them of sort with some marketing and product awareness when presenting to either trade schools.
Sure.
Mike, you have a great focus with your Phoenix sales group to meet with a lot of the training centers.
Yeah, the IEC, the Chesapeake Training Center is very important to us. We support them. We support them in a multitude of ways, whether it's their golf outing or their graduation, or we do some training on site material. Whenever we can get a material. I think it's important. I tell my daughters, their friends, college is not for everybody.
Right.
Take a look at being an apprentice, an electrical contractor, a plumber. Look at any of the trades, because right now we need skilled labor.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to come out of the apprentice program with a boatload of college debt. You're going to come out with getting paid a decent amount of money. And like I said to a gentleman a couple weeks ago, a young kid that was thinking about, he's a junior in high school, I said, Nobody ever questions how much it costs. All they care about is, we want our power back on. We want our water working. We want the air conditioning working. So it's something that I think it's important. Listen, I'm a college grad. My daughters are going to college. I think in the case of your story, I think it lends a degree of credibility because you have that technical background, because you have that contractor experience, and then you have that college marketing experience. I think it just makes you more relatable. That's the reason why getting you in front of any contractors is great, because all you have to do is tell the, hey, this guy's coming from a contractor technical background. He's not somebody just went to high school, got a degree, and then found a job on LinkedIn. You're bringing credibility. You're bringing this legitimacy that is a lot like Bridgeport in my mind. You talked about that. You started with OZ, right?
Yeah, I did.
You started at OZ Gedney.
Yep.
And then the story goes, after some time, you're taking a train down to New York City, coming back up to Connecticut, and then I guess it was one of your managers or somebody that you knew at OZ then left and went to Bridgeport, and boom, next thing you know, you're at Bridgeport.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it goes to show you how you develop loyalties at a young age, or recognition with people that you're working with. And as time went on, there was somebody had left the OZ Gedney company, moved on in his career, and he was the president of Bridgeport Fittings.
Okay.
And he had asked me to come on board, and it was kind of a full circle, right? It was experience from the practical side as an electrician, working for a contractor, having a marketing degree, and then getting into product awareness for both our distributors and the end user. And it's exciting for me in many situations when I'm visiting with contractors to be that person that's making them aware of something that either makes a job easier for them, helps them be in compliance, and then maybe put some speed or some good workmanship into the application. So it's kind of an adrenaline rush for me to be that go-to guy when it comes to fittings. You see a little bit of everything here. It's easy lock technology.